Hello my friends and welcome to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel, the channel where I like to show the properties for sale in the Italian market. In each video I select a property in a different town in one of the 20 beautiful regions of Italy. But so my friends, let's talk about today's property. And in today's video I bring you back to a property for sale in Abruzzo. We are in Chieti province and we are in a contrada, so we are in the countryside, in a contrada called Sant'Amato, Costa di Chieti, but we are very close to Lanciano. Lanciano is a quite big city. We are talking about 40,000 inhabitants in Abruzzo region, Chieti province. And the town of Lanciano town, is not very far from the property for sale. Now, I find this property quite interesting. That's why I decided to bring to your attention. Let me know below under the comment section what you think about this property. Let's investigate a bit. So, we are talking about a terraced house for sale in Contrada Madonna del Carmine. Now, the description is not really correct because from here, for example, I can tell you that we are talking about a semi-detached house, all right, not a terraced one. It's a terraced but semi-detached. The asking price is 55,000 euro. The initial asking price was 68,000, so it's already the price dropping 20%. They might drop even more. We're gonna investigate anyway the property very soon. Then here, what else? They are giving the size, which is completely wrong because they are talking about 600 square meters. I will tell you later why they wrote 600 square meters, 7 rooms. Anyway, so we are talking about a property on a few levels, so 2-3 levels, 7 rooms, so it looks like quite big enough property, and obviously the property is in need of a bit of attention, in particular the exterior part. But I find it very interesting because the location so close to Lanciano, very close to the sea, so the position of the property is kind of strategic. So I decided to show you this property because anyway, I personally find kind of interesting. All right, my friends, so let's go on Google Maps as usual to investigate first of all where the property is. And so, as we see, we are in the central part of Italy. We are not very far from Chieti and Pescara. Okay, also the property for me is not in need of renovation inside. Outside we will investigate a bit later on. Okay, so as we see, we are very close to the sea. I'd say maybe no more than 20 minutes driving. Then we are also not very far from Guardiagrele. The city of Lanciano is just beside here. Now here they're not writing, but we are also not very far from Ortona. We are not far from the border with Molise, so we are in the southern part of Abruzzo region. Okay, let's keep zooming in. And now here we see Lanciano town. Lanciano town, as I said, is quite big. We are talking about 40,000 inhabitants. So, and in a very short driving distance, I'd say probably less than 10 minutes, we have access to all type of services that we might need. Now I keep zooming in, let's go 3D to have a better understanding. The property is in this area. The seller didn't disclose the exact location. They just give, anyway, an idea where the property is. And this, in my opinion, is where we are getting closer to where the property is. So it's an inhabited area. We are not talking about completely isolated property. But anyway, it's in the countryside, farming lands, so agricultural area. We have plenty of houses around, and we might also have shops in the let's say in a short distance. Here we see another we see Contrada Sant'Amato. That's where they give the location, anyway, of the property. So in a short distance, anyway, we might find all type of services that we might need. Obviously, for this type of property, you might be in need of a car. But again, property which is very, very close to the sea. That's very important. All right, my friends, so let's read the description as usual to understand a bit better the property. Now, discover this enchanting property located just outside the city of Lanciano. We are very close to Lanciano, a lively and historic city. Lanciano, with approximately 40,000 inhabitants, offers a wide range of restaurants, bars, schools, and activities for all seasons, guaranteeing a dynamic life full of opportunities. This charming tourist town, Lanciano, just a 15 minutes drive from the splendid Trabocchi coast and 1 hour from the Passo Lanciano ski resort. So also ski resorts are not very far, making it an ideal location for those who love both the sea and the mountains. Now let's go to the property description to understand, because it's a bit complicated, the layout. Now, residential estate unit. The property is on 4 levels, so I said 2, 3, but is on 4 levels. We'll understand better. Each of which offers welcoming and well-kept environments. Now we start from a basement where we have a bright kitchen with a pellet stove and a French window that opens directly into the garden. So we also have a garden, perfect for outdoor lunches and moments of relaxation. Then we have a ground floor with a large living room that is the heart of the house, ideal for family gatherings and evenings with friends. So we have this basement level and then this ground floor level. But anyway, both with windows and garden access. First floor, a double bedroom with an air conditioning to guarantee maximum comfort, a single bedroom with a balcony characterized by an elegant cementina floor, and a finely furnished bathroom. So we have a bathroom on the first floor. Then we have second floor attic, a spacious double bedroom with a wooden roof that gives a warm and welcoming atmosphere, a second modern bathroom, a storage attic area ideal for storage. So in this house, basically, seems like we have everything. We have 2 bathrooms, we have 3 bedrooms, we have a spacious kitchen, we have a living room, we have garden. So basically, panoramic view from the rooms. You can enjoy a magnificent view of the valley and the surrounding land, probably not sea view, offering a natural spectacle in every season. External courtyard. So there is an external courtyard, common space with a small table and a small garden, perfect for enjoying time outdoors. So it's a common space, but obviously you are using your space in front of your house. Renovation. The property has been recently renovated, maintaining the original features such as the suggestive ancient vaults on the ceiling of the room. So we also have an historic house with suggestive vaulted ceiling. This splendid house represents an excellent opportunity for those looking for residence in a strategic location with all services at your fingertips and excellent quality of life. Don't miss the chance. Now, here, let's read quickly the basic features. Terraced house, 4 floors, 599 square meters built, which is probably, I don't know, 6,000 square feet, but the property is 99 square meters, 7 rooms, 2 bathrooms, and then the reason why they wrote 5,599 is because there is also a private plot of land of 500 square meters. Balcony, uncovered parking spaces, good condition, individual heating, natural gas. So basically, we have pellet stove for the heating system. We also have the natural gas heating system. So basically, it seems like this house has everything we might need, but why the price is kind of so low. Let's investigate. Let's go into the pictures. Now, they say that property is fully renovated. Okay, so now we might guess this is the rear of the house, or maybe this is the front. Anyway, the house is free on three sides. Then we are seeing that the property beside, anyway, is completely in need of renovation. Here, I don't understand. The facade, the exterior part, is not convincing me 100%. I see that has been partially renovated. I'm wondering if they left like this on purpose or simply for example, here, the upper floor might be in needs of renovation of the facade, but the roof by the gutters, I can say, also looks in a good condition. Then I don't know the neighboring house, this should be inspected, but 55,000 euro, and I think the price is also negotiable for this property. I believe if they have already dropped 19%, 20%. Now here, let's start. We are, let's say, not on the basement floor, but what they call the ground floor. And here we have a lovely spacious living room. All right. Then we have stairs going up to the first floor. And then we have stairs going down to the basement floor where there is the kitchen. Then from here, I can say that overall, in particular, the electrical system looks completely renovated. I see by all the switches and by the lights on the floor, on the ceiling. All right. Then obviously we have partially vaults here. I think they try to keep the character of the old style of the house. That's why we see the bricks here. I mean, this is part of the renovation, has been renovated in this way. The floor tiles are okay, I'd say. But anyway, let's keep looking at the pictures. Okay, here we have a picture from outside. Here we are at the back of the property. Okay, to understand, it seems like it's this one here in the middle. Okay, the property, as we see on the left, doesn't look in a very good condition. The property is this one here. Anyway, it should be investigated, obviously. Again, in particular, I would focus on the roof, but the gutters are kind of new. And also, I would focus on the exterior part, simply to understand a bit better. But here we have I guess this is the private plot of land, because there is a communal area, but there is also a private plot of land. Okay, now here we are in the bedroom on the last floor. So I say by the roof, we are in the attic. I judge that it's very, very similar to the ceiling of my attic here, with wooden beam exposed, and new doors. The floor tiles should be inspected a bit, but overall it looks like this is a quite spacious bedroom, bright enough because we have window. Okay, now here we are back to the basement floor. To the basement floor where we find the kitchen. Spacious kitchen with dining area and the pellet stove. Obviously, as we see in many parts of the house, they left exposed stones and exposed bricks, okay, to keep the charm of the property. We have a new kitchen here. Looks like we have a peninsula here in the middle of the kitchen to divide the kitchen and the dining area. Okay, here we are in one of the two bathrooms. Obviously, this type of renovation might not like it, it's a bit particular in this mosaic style. Mosaic, yeah, in Italian we say mosaico style. Here we have the window in the bathroom. This is the bathroom on the first floor, and we see the window of the bathroom here, just beside the balcony on the left. I go back, yes, because I see the size of this window. So if I follow this picture, then I see that anyway beside the bedroom on the first floor, because on the first floor we have two bedrooms. Here probably we have the entrance to the living room, to the living space. Then the basement floor is on the other side, with the entrance on the other side of the house. Okay, let's keep investigating. Yes, I guess this is the entrance of the living area. Obviously, as I said, the house beside, anyway, it's completely in need of renovation or has to be completely demolished. We have iron cassette gate, a security reason. Also here, the windows, typical for the ground floors in this area. Okay, now here we have a better understanding of the entrance living room. Okay, where we have spacious living room, and then we see the access to the kitchen, a few steps. So it's not basement and ground floor, it's a kind of mezzanine floor. And then we have the stairs leading to the first floor. Okay, yes, exactly. Here we have the main entrance door, then just beside the main entrance door on the right, we have the window. All the windows look kind of new. We have radiators, so the tiles may not be 100%, but acceptable. The lighting system is fine. Here we see lights, these modern spotlights. We have anyway a kind of spacious living area. Here we are still in the living area with this particular arch. Then we have the stairs leading down to the kitchen. Here again we see a kind of spacious kitchen. It's an eating kitchen with this type of peninsula where it's possible to have breakfast here, not necessarily on the table. Obviously the house has to be a bit looked after, but again, overall, I see is in a good condition. Here we probably have a storage room, and we have the pellet stove, also can be used as an heating system. Here we have the private garden, all right, with a 500 square meters plot of land. Obviously, the property around makes me a bit suspicious, also important to understand, but overall, anyway, that's not technically my business about the property around, but it's important to have also, to have a look, obviously. I find it interesting anyway, this property. Okay, here we have this little storage space with this door that we saw before. Little pantry. Okay, now here we are in the master bedroom on the first floor, which also looks nice and renovated. So, spacious enough, new floor tiles, window frames, I guess these are double glazed, with radiators, air conditioning. So everything looks in order in this bedroom. Again, here we have another view of this bedroom. And what else I can say? Yes, anyway, bright, even if they keep the light on. We have air conditioning system. Spacious enough. So this is the view. Okay, this is the master bedroom, but the master bedroom doesn't have the balcony. They say there is a single bedroom on the first floor, so on this floor there should be another bedroom. This is the view, I guess, or from the window or from the balcony, but I think this view is from the balcony of the second bedroom on the first floor. Then we still have the attic floor. Okay, I think this is the same bedroom. Let me go back 1 second. Yeah, yes, this is the same bedroom. Okay, we are on the first floor. Anyway, bright enough, electrical system in order. I don't see signs of damp, of humidity, and so on. Here, okay, we have this particular picture. We are probably in a hall on the first floor. Here we have the stairs. I guess these are the stairs leading to the first floor from the living area. Okay, here we have the single bedroom on the first floor. That's what they call with particular vaulted ceiling, this room here. Beautiful cementina tiles. I see the switches here are not new in this room, for example. This room is used as a bedroom. Here we have the balcony. Okay, so anyway, we have a bright the balcony door, so we have access to the balcony, bright enough. Okay, yes, here we are still on the first floor. Let's go back 1 second. It looks like this is the door here. Let me go back again to understand. It looks like it's another one. It's not the same. For sure, this is a balcony door. Then this one, I cannot understand exactly. It looks like at the rear of the house, where the entrance for the kitchen is. At the front of the house, we have the entrance of the living room. Here we have the balcony. All right, on the first floor. I recognize also by the air conditioner on the balcony. We have lovely views from one side, from the other. So, okay, here, what do we notice here? That on this first floor, on this level, apart that, anyway, we see radiator. So this is the second bedroom. This is the third bedroom that we see, simply because we already saw the one in the attic. That was the very first bedroom. I wouldn't use this space as a bedroom, simply because it's a room that is connecting one space to another. Here I could make a studio, I could make a library, I could make a second living room, second living space, a hobby space, but because it's in between, anyway, it's connecting the second floor, so I'd say I won't recommend to use it as a bedroom, but anyway, zero complaints about the floor tiles. Here we are still in the bathroom that we saw before on the first floor. Okay, with this view of the vaulted ceiling. Okay, small window, but at least we have a window in the bathroom. Here they kept like this on purpose. They didn't, let's say, plaster the ceiling. Just, it's a particular, who inhabited this property had a particular taste, okay? And wanted to show wanted to keep a bit of historic charm of the house, plus a bit of modernity. So, okay, here we are in another room, which, let's go back 1 second here. Okay, here we are in this bedroom, exactly. So, where we see the air conditioner. So all the rooms seems like have air conditioner. I go back here. So just on the right, there is the balcony door. And then here from this bedroom, let's say, which I would use as a hobby room, as a studio, we have the stairs leading to the attic floor, where we have another bedroom and another bathroom and a storage place in the attic area. So here we have the, let's say, this is the third bedroom. I would use this house just with 2 bedrooms and the one with the single bed. I would give another type of use. Okay, here we have a lovely view also of the plot of garden in front of the house, 500 square meters. We see they have even a dining table where to enjoy outdoor moments, lots of vineyards around, more than olive groves, and we are not far from the sea and close to Lanciano. Then here we have a bathroom which is in a very, very good condition. This is the second bathroom on the second floor, where the attic is, with a new shower box, new sink, everything looks in order. Back to the bedroom. Now, here we don't have a door, but we don't really need, because anyway, on the second floor we have just one bedroom and the bathroom, which is kind of en suite. And here we have the attic space that with a sky window, Velux, that's what we call it. Anyway, in a raw state that can be used just as a storage place, simply because I see the height of the ceiling is quite low. And here we see this outdoor space used for enjoying outdoor moments. And then we have the property on the right. This property beside that house, as we saw, has been abandoned. That's what we should investigate. But this property, I find it very, very interesting. Okay, here they left the facade. I tell you, who owned this property had a bit of, what can we say? Had a bit of artistic style, let's say. Anyway, the house is free on 3 sides. The exterior part should be reviewed, in particular, not the first floor, the ground floor, but the first floor should be reviewed. Partially finished and partially not, in particular, the facade, the exterior part. Okay, my friends, then with this view of the valleys around the property, so this is it. And now, finally, we can go and start understanding the distances from, let's say, this property. Now, I located the property in this area, but could be, let's say, a bit here in this area, maybe 1 kilometer radius from where there is my point, Via Nasuti. Let's see how far we are from Lanciano. Let's start. Because anyway, Lanciano is the nearest town. Okay, let's refresh the page as usual. Okay. Now, by car, we can reach Lanciano in 11 minutes. All right, so anyway, Lanciano Center. So in a short distance, in a very short driving distance, according that if the property is in the house, in this area, the property could be even closer, but anyway, we have Lanciano. Then I want to investigate, because here we have this area here, which is inhabited, and Contrada Sant'Amato. Let's see, Contrada Sant'Amato, to understand how far we are from Contrada Sant'Amato. You see, it's not giving me this from here. Okay, 3 minutes, so we might reach, anyway, this destination by car. By bike, it says 12 minutes. By walk, half an hour. There are buses. I see there are bus stops for to Lanciano. Let's go back to Lanciano. I didn't check to understand. Okay, we can go by transportation. Let's see. By transportation, there is a bus. Anyway, the bus takes longer, simply because we have to walk. So we have 4 minutes walk, just to understand. So from where I pointed the location, we have 13 minutes by walk, then we reach the bus stop, then we have 15 minutes by bus to Lanciano. So these 13 minutes by walk is a bit too long, obviously, but 4 minutes. All right. Now let's investigate the sea, how far we are from the sea. Now we have Ortona, direction, Marina di San Vito. Let's check Marina di San Vito, which it looks the nearest seaside destination. Marina di San Vito. Before I said around 20 minutes. Let's see. Okay, this is by bus, by car. To reach Marina di San Vito by car takes 23 minutes. Yes, so we are very close. 20 minutes driving to the sea, it's simply nothing. Okay, close to Lanciano, close to the sea. What else can we see? Pescara and Chieti. Let's have a look how far we are from Pescara, where there is the nearest international airport. 57 minutes by car to Pescara. Okay. And obviously Chieti could be the same distance. Let's just check Vasto to understand how far we are from another touristic destination in Abruzzo. How far we are from Vasto, 55 minutes. But anyway, there is Lanciano. Again, Lanciano, as I said, is 40,000, more than 40,000 inhabitants. So, okay. Let's do a bit of Google Street View just to close the video. Via Nasuti, Lanciano, simply to understand a bit the area here. Now, I don't know the exact location. Again, as I said, I see someone has swimming pools in the area. Let's go just here and let's investigate a bit. Obviously, we won't be able to find the property, but this is just to let you understand a bit what we are talking, the area we are talking about, which anyway, it looks beautiful, in particular in sunny days. Unfortunately, at the moment in this area, let's say between Molise, Abruzzo, Basilicata and Campania, here in the south of Italy, we had been battered with rain, heavy rain for the last 2 weeks. But from tomorrow, it will start the spring, finally. Now here we have a pomegranate tree, I recognize. Okay, plenty of pomegranate trees anyway in this area, if you are a fan of pomegranate. Circolo sportivo, culturale, ricreativo, so they do sport activities. Anyway, it's a lovely area. Lovely area. We are in Italy, but again, anyway, Italy at the moment is having really particular times. The global, the things in the world, as we know, we are not really going very well. Many problems are happening around the world, and it's also affecting Italy. You know, I don't like to enter into politics, but simply to let you understand that the situation in Italy is a bit particular. Are we going to face a recession, prices of the property dropping? Here we have another lovely countryside property. Anyway, my friends, this is it from Contrada here in Nasuti, Contrada, I forgot the name, Contrada Sant'Amato, okay, Contrada Sant'Amato, Nasuti, Abruzzo, Chieti Province, close to Lanciano, farming area, agricultural lands, close to the sea, not far from the ski resorts. My friends, I wish you a lovely day, and I'll see you here on Italy, a Place to Love YouTube channel for another video tomorrow. Bye!